The new Edge device from Phoenix Contact combines the openness of the most common used operating system with focus on security, together with our automation platform PLCnext. That way, the device is the perfect central point for your data management. And in this video series, I want to help you with the first steps working with the device. Still, allow me to hold a very short introduction on what the device is and what it's capable to do. Afterwards, I will directly explain in this first session how to connect with the device and do your first steps creating your Edge application. First of all, the very compact industrial PC should not be underestimated. It has a quad-core Atom CPU and 16 GB of RAM together with 240 GB of physical storage installed. As you already see, a Ubuntu Desktop Pro comes pre-installed on the device. This will guarantee you up to 10 years of update support. In here we can install whatever software is required to store, analyze or visualize your data. Next to the operating system comes the virtual PLCnext control pre-installed as well. This means our complete automation system, PLCnext, is packaged in an OCI container and therefore allows you to perform real-time automation from the Edge device to your field level. For example, this can therefore control a machine via I/Os and especially collect data from any PLC or sensor that speaks common Ethernet protocols like Profinet, OPC UA or Modbus, or is even connected via bus coupler to our device directly. Let's talk business now. Right after unboxing your device, you first want to establish a first connection. We here need to separate between the Ubuntu side and the PLCnext side. If you want to visualize the Ubuntu desktop first, you can of course connect a monitor and a USB mouse and keyboard to the device and start that way. The password for the Ubuntu operating system is printed on a label on the device. If you don't want to connect a local monitor, you also don't need to. You can also directly remote connect via Ethernet and RDP remote desktop protocol. To do this, connect your host PC to X5 Ethernet port of the UPC. This port has the default IP 192.168.2.10. Make sure your host is configured in same subnet. Then open the remote connection tool on your Windows host and expand the options. This tool is, by the way, common for Windows and does not need to be installed. Default username is admin. The default password is then again the printed password on your device, but this time with an RDP prefix. Ubuntu will show up shortly and you need to log in via the printed password again, this time without any prefix. Note that all other connections as well as the local monitor, if connected, will be locked off now, so there can only be one access at once. For the automation side, we need to install PLCnext Engineer on our host PC. We then connect our host PC to X4 Ethernet. The UPC Edge has the default IP 192.168.1.10. Best practice is to connect both Ethernet ports of the UPC Edge to an Ethernet switch and then another connection to your host PC to connect to both functions on the UPC, since these needs to be seen separated. We open up PLCnext Engineer and implement the virtual PLCnext control library. Then we can implement the virtual PLCnext control 1000 x86 firmware 2025.0 into our project. Make sure the IP configuration is correct and then connect to the device. Now you can create your IEC code and implement it on the UPC to automate your machine or get data from the field. The default password, once again, is the password printed on your device. It is of course strongly advised to change this PLCnext password as well as the Ubuntu Pro and RDP password after your first initial login.